Hi, Simon Span, GI.healthcare. I'm going to talk a bit about the management of irritable bowel syndrome. So I'm going to give a brief overview first, and then in separate videos I'm going to talk broadly about the things I'm going to talk about in the overview. So in the overview I'm going to talk about the fact that diet is an important factor in managing irritable bowel syndrome, and we know that we should do the basic things first. So rather than going straight to the shelf for a low FODMAP diet, which is really difficult to do, really hard to manifest, and shouldn't really be sustained as an exclusion diet long term, you're better to get the basics right first. So start with eating regularly, avoiding excess caffeine, avoiding alcohol, and other things such as chewing gum and fizzy pop, which we know provoke symptoms. I'll come back to that. Similarly, lifestyle is important. I'm going to talk a bit in subsequent videos about that delicate balance between sleep, stress and exercise and some of the evidence for that. I'm going to talk about psychological factors, and I'm going to talk about a little about probiotics and prebiotics and what the rationale is for those, as well as the drugs. And effectively the drugs for irritable bowel syndrome can be divided into three groups, of which there's considerable overlap between them. Things which affect sensitivity, things which affect motility, and things which affect nervous processing. So I'm going to talk in the next videos about all of those things. But in general, the principles of managing irritable bowel syndrome, as outlined in the current professional guidance, is that people with irritable bowel syndrome should be given information that explains the importance of self-help in effectively managing their IBS. And that's a direct quote from the NICE guidance. This should include information on general lifestyle, physical activity, really important, diet and symptom-targeted medication. And healthcare professionals, it says in the guidance, should encourage people with IBS to identify and make the most of their available leisure time and to create relaxation time. I wish I could do that better. Drugs should be used to target specific symptoms. So really you want to use the drugs just to target the symptoms as they arise, but specifically target the drugs to the symptoms. I'm going to talk next about diet, and I hope you'll join me in the next video, but thanks for listening.